Two rivers, the Euphrates and the Tigris, gave rise to the Babylonian civilization. And two rivers, the Yellow and the Yangtze, nurtured the flourishing Chinese civilization. 2,000 years ago, the Silk Road connected these two great civilizations. Today, in Iraq's new journey to economic recovery and prosperity, China is once again playing an active role. China Petroleum Engineering and Construction Corporation, CPECC for short, is China National Petroleum Corporation, CNPC's largest affiliated service arm, and China's largest and leading onshore oil and gas contractor. CPECC, operating since 1954, today provides the full spectrum of engineering and construction services in the onshore sector. Overall, CPECC has 5 engineering units, totaling over 3,000 designers and engineers. In construction, CPECC owns China's 2 largest companies in the sector, CPECC and CPECC, with a total of 13,000 construction technicians and craftsmen. CPECC has world-level in-house construction and installation capability. CPECC has completed more than 100 major international EPC contracts, the largest of which was a crude pipeline project in Abu Dhabi, valued at $3.3 billion. CPECC is responsible for a $5 billion gas project in Turkmenistan. CPECC began operating in Iraq in 1980 and returned in 2010. CPECC's Iraq business's home office is in Abu Dhabi City. With branch offices in Beijing, Baghdad, Erbil, and 4 major site camps and offices in the Akhdeb, Halfaya, Rumaila, and West Kornouan oil fields. After 4 years in Iraq, CPECC has delivered 20 EPC projects worth over $3 billion and a total of 400,000 barrels per day of new oil production capacity, making CPECC one of the largest oil and gas contractors in Iraq, both for secured contracts and new production capacity. Our first project in Iraq was in April 2010, the Akhdeb oilfield development contract for Waha Petroleum, 200 kilometers south of Baghdad. An all-inclusive EPCC contract, including a CPF with oil capacity of 140,000 barrels per day, gas capacity of 83 million standard cubic feet per day, as well as power stations, field surface facilities, export pipeline, and source water stations. The project was successfully completed in November 2011, ahead of contract schedule. This was the first green oilfield project to be put into commercial production after the Gulf Wars in the 1990s, and was a testament to CPECC's capability to execute a large EPC contract under extremely challenging conditions. Our second major engagement in Iraq was the Al-Faya oil field in southeast Iraq, 35 kilometers from Amara, Misan province. CPECC was responsible for both Phase 1 and Phase 2 EPC development of this field. Phase 1, with a capacity of 100,000 barrels per day, was completed in June 2012. This brought further business opportunities in its wake, including Al-Faya Phase 2, involving a 150,000 barrel per day CPF, power plant, pump stations, and off-site facilities. This phase was completed in August 2014. The success of Phases 1 and 2 brought significant recognition for CPECC, for among other things, the contribution it made to Iraqi society. CPECC's third engagement in Iraq was for BP in the Rumaila oil field in Basra province, South Iraq, the biggest oil field in the country and among the 10 largest in the world. The brownfield work, begun in April 2011, included tank repair, facility inspection, maintenance, repair services, and water facility construction. CPECC was also awarded the first large EPCC greenfield project, the Early Power Plant, in October 2014. The main scope of work includes FEED, EPC, and 2 years operation and maintenance. CPECC's fourth engagement in Iraq is for ExxonMobil in West Qurna 1. CPECC was awarded 2 EPC contracts involving tanks, pumps and meters, and crude process trains. In Basra province, CPECC has also been working for the South Oil Company on the 100-kilometer Zubair to Fao gas pipeline project. HSE has always been a top priority. Since 2010, CPECC has set new standards in safety, with over 33 million man-hours worked. CPECC attaches great importance to the sustainable development of Iraq, where its social policy is highlighted by 4 areas: maximizing the use of local resources, free technical training, developing local partners' capacity, and direct donations. Many Iraqi nationals are eager to develop basic technical skills to meet work requirements in the oil sector. In March 2012, CPECC established a vocational training center in the Rumaila oil field to provide free training for 120 Iraqi nationals at a time. Here, vocational skills are taught, such as welding, riveting, and scaffolding. The center has won high praise from clients, local media, and local governments. CPECC insists on the principle of maximizing local input and has developed over 20 Iraqi contractors as long-term local partners. CPECC also actively engages in direct donations to local communities, including supplies, classrooms, and related equipment for the Al-Miraj and Al-Tawid schools, as well as many other projects. In 2013, CPECC donated $400,000 to the University of Basra and made the commitment with them to recruit 50 fresh graduates a year for the next 5 years. CPECC attaches great importance to the environment. With, for example, the creation of 5 hectares of new green spaces and 20,000 trees planted in a formerly barren desert environment. As a responsible, credible, and capable company, CPECC values a culture of friendship, cooperation, and committed social development, and looks forward to contributing to a prosperous new Iraq.